Hello, everyone. I'm Shereen Moussa. I'm a digital product owner at PepsiCo. I work closely with market leaders to translate data into actionable insights. I've been working on impactful projects across web apps, generative AI, digital applications. And aside from work, I'm a Women Tech Maker ambassador. I support women in tech. I also deliver talks and mentor them. And if you love exploring new evolving technology or even chat about the latest AI trends, let's connect. I have here my LinkedIn QR code and we can chat. So today, I want to talk to you about something that's changing the game for product managers everywhere. And this is how AI is transforming the way we work. So today, I'll walk you through the full product lifecycle and I'll show you how AI is making a real impact from discovery and building all the way through testing and evaluation. So let's start with the basics. Product life cycle. Probably you've seen this multiple times if you're a product manager. um, Sorry if you're seeing it again, but it's all about, discovery, build, test, evaluate, right? But the exciting piece here is AI, and this is how product owners and teams can move through all of those stages way faster compared to before. And of course, fewer manual tasks. With that said, let's go to our first phase, which is discovery, which in where ideas are born. And honestly, it can be a little bit messy with all of the sticky notes, a lot of brainstorming sessions, recordings, and hours of documentation, right? But now with AI, things are very different. So for example, you have Miro. So Miro has an AI feature which can take raw data and all of those sticky notes and instantly turn them into documentation as you see here in this GIF. Um, and you've seen here like all of this was just in a matter of seconds. And this is for the ideation phase, so it can really come in handy for that phase. For prototyping, so let's say you just want to build a quick and dirty wireframe. You can just go to UX Pilot and just write in plain English what you want to build. So here I just was writing, build a wireframe for a delivery app. And what it would do, it will take this sentence and literally build you a whole wireframe for you. And it can does the rest for you. And also you can, if let's say you don't like the wireframe, you can always say, oh, I don't like it, change the colors and everything. So it's like a continuous improvement. For requirements, there is an AI tool called Microsoft Tachyon, so which can help you in generating your user stories, your task in seconds, literally. So you can just write one liner, what do you want to do? And it will be able to populate for you the user stories and task and everything. And even it has another feature. I was like in the same Microsoft Tachyon, where it can generate you test cases just by using the user stories that you created. So in that way, PMs doesn't have to, spend a lot of time in documentation and formatting, which can be cumbersome sometimes, but that way they can spend more time on the product and what we are actually solving. So after the discovery phase, now you finish your discovery phase, now you need to build your product, right? So you start building, and here also AI continues to support us. How? Is you have a tool called GitHub Copilot, which can help your engineers in suggesting improvements, identifying bugs, and even generating backlog items. And this is how it can help the PMs. So, for example, in here, I highlighted a piece of code and I told Copilot to create me a backlog item for the selected code. In the selected code, you will see here Gemini Pro. So I told it, can you, change the model from Gemini Pro to OpenAI and using that create a backlog item which with the following attributes: clear, concise description, acceptance criteria, priority, estimate of effort. And guess what it did? It literally generated a whole backlog item for me, which I can use and give it to my engineers, right? And that way they will have a clear picture on what they need to do and exactly the code I was referencing. With that said, GitHub Copilot did a really nice study where they did split the programmers into two groups to build a JavaScript server. And guess the results. They found that the group who was using the GitHub Copilot were 55% faster compared to the one who didn't. So also, the programmers who was using GitHub Copilot were 70% more satisfied compared to the one who weren't using any, AI assisting tool, code assisting tool. So that way you can empower your engineers to build products in even faster time period, and of course they will be more satisfied if you provide it for them. After the build, now time for testing. And testing can be sometimes time consuming, right? You have to sit with your testers. You have to help them with like the test cases. You need to write test cases, validate the test cases with them, update the test cases. Your testers needs to take screenshots, put it in Word documents, share it with you. Like, it can be a little bit tedious, honestly. And here still you can have an AI tool that can help you with this. So there is a tool called Functionize, and what it would do is like it can help you write test cases in literally just plain English. So you can write whatever you want, and it can spit out the whole test cases for you, given let's say your website, what do you want to test, the features that you want to test, and it will generate that for you. They also have a feature called Test GPT, which enables autonomous testing. So let's for example say you have a website, and what it would do is like it will go to your website, do the clicking, all the clicking for you, take a screenshots, and it will tell you, oh, the payment button worked, the card button worked, and it will take screenshots for you, and it will tell you if it passed or failed. So this saves a lot of time. And given that, there was a use case that functionized it with also General Electric Healthcare. And General Electric Healthcare implemented Functionize, and they were able to reduce the testing time from 40 hours to just 4 hours. And this increased, of course, their efficiency, and now they can focus more on less manual tasks and more on innovation. So after the testing is done, now you still need to evaluate the product. So congratulations, the product is live, users can use it, but you still need to know how your users are interacting with your product. And here there is a tool called Microsoft Clarity. And Microsoft Clarity right now, they integrated it with Microsoft Copilot, and it can give you insights on your websites, and it can help you chat with your data. So for example, let's say you have a website. What it can do is like it can record the session for you for the while the users are interacting with your website, and then it can auto summarize the recording. It will tell you what did the user did, where did they click, how they interacted with your website, and everything. And this is, as you see here in the first screenshot, and this is the session insights. The other thing that they offer is called chat with your data. So you can literally chat with your website. So you can ask Copilot saying like, where are the users dropping off, or how can I boost conversion, let's say, as you see here in the second screenshot. And what it would do for you is it can give you insights based on the data it collected from the user interactions to your website. And given that, there was a use case that Microsoft Clarity also did with a company called Places for People. And Places for People was able to see 63% increase in page review, like in page views, just by using Microsoft Clarity. And here is how you can use AI tools in providing you with smarter insights and quicker insights so that you can act upon it. So now brings us to, the end of the product life cycle with the evaluate and bring us to our end of our presentation. But the key takeaway here that I would want to say is it's not AI versus human, because after you've seen all of those AI tools, you will think to yourself is like, okay, now I think like AI is going to replace me and my role would be meaningless. But it's more about like how AI is collaborating with humans by AI is handling the repetitive tasks for you while you can focus on the human side of things, like strategy, storytelling, and vision. So with that said, think about AI as a collaborator with you that is helping you in your day-to-day job. And the other key takeaway that I would want to provide is improve your skill in prompting, because right now the people who provide good prompts, they can get the right good results from the AI tools that they are using. So try to enhance your skill in how to provide prompts for those AI tools so that you can get the result that you want. So with that said, I would like to thank you so much for listening in, and I hope by now you have a clear view on how AI is changing the way we manage products. And I would like to leave you with a challenge that to try at least one AI tool that was presented today, or even if you don't want to try any of those, try to research online and try to pick one AI tool and experiment with it and see how it can help you in your day-to-day job. And yeah, go ahead and start experimenting and see how it's helping you. With that said, I would like to leave you with this QR code. If you have any feedback or anything that you liked in the session or you think like needs to be improved, feel free to scan this QR code and provide your feedback. Thank you so much, and bye.